Hello guys, happy Wednesday. So I'm here, I am setting up for another craft show. This is a 3-day show. It is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, not Sunday. But I'm right by all the kids stuff. This is so exciting. 11 by 13 space. I am right on the corner. I had no idea that I was gonna be right on the corner. This is so exciting. Right by this beautiful, beautiful tower. If you live in Delaware, you should know what this tower is. Tomorrow it's supposed to rain, but that's okay. It's gonna be a really great weekend. Look at that. I can't, this is incredible. So we're gonna get set up. I am recessing my tables back a little bit from this tent. That way when it rains tomorrow, they can drop down the sides and I'm still gonna be out. So I'm setting this up on a reverse U. So the way this is gonna be set up, I'm gonna have table, table, table. Ben is going to Walmart right now to grab another table because I only have 2 and I want 3 for this event. So I'm setting it up table, 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 basket stand, another basket stand, which again, don't normally do. I don't normally have this much space. Now we're just gonna start setting everything up. Yeah. It's hot today. Holy crap. I'm halfway set up. I need to write down the signs that I need to make because I want to make signs that these have babies. That way maybe they'll sell. And I want to make an ear warmer sign for the price of the ear warmers. What other signs? Oh, I wanted to make a sign for the cactus that they make perfect end of year teacher gifts. So those blah, 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 blah. Those are 3 signs that I want to make. Three signs I want to make. What's really nice is that this show ends at 8 o'clock every night. So if I need to go home and make some stuff, I can. If I need to make cactuses, if I need to make axolotls, because I'm really low on axolotls, if I need to go home and make at night, I can. So we're in really good shape right now. The fact that I have 3 open sides is going to be huge. I'm really, really excited about this. I'm waiting for Ben to get here with the 3rd table. Let me try to show you what I mean. Set it up where I stand in the middle and then I have 3 open sides, right? So I'm gonna stand in the middle. The 3 sides are gonna have tables with stuff on them and the spinners are gonna be on the outside. Look around it once it's all set up so you can see what I'm doing and what I mean. But that way you can see me from every side, which is gonna be awesome. It's a really good spot. I'm in a really great place. You can see all the kids stuff right from here. All the kids rides are right there. There's food right there. You can see the Ferris wheel kind of. Like we're in like a really, really good area. This is an 11 by 13 space. That is a lot more space than I'm used to. So that's awesome. I did not realize how big the space was going to be and how much of a difference that was going to make. So that's huge. That's a really big deal. Really big deal. When I get home tonight, I'm gonna be making some bigger stuff because I feel like I'm low on the bigger stuff, and I'm gonna be making some axolotls because we're low on the axolotls here. The axolotl situation is not the best, but that's okay. I think I sold like 30 axolotls at my last event. Crazy. I had 37. Let me count. I made 3. I found 3. I made 3. So I had 40 total. This is it. They look so sad. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 left. Not a lot. I have moved where some of the things were on this spinner. At the last event, I had crabs up here. I put frogs up here for this one. Axolotls stayed there. Pigs stayed there. Turtles were down there. And frogs were here for the last one. I moved it. I put turtles there and I put alligators here for this one because I think they look kind of cute looking up at you like that. Maybe they'll move, we'll see. Now we've got big stuff up there. Sea turtles where they always are for me. And then I kept the seahorses up here for this one. Normally they go down there, but we're gonna keep them up there. And I put crabs down here. I thought that might move some crabs this time. Who the hell knows? We'll see, we'll give it a try. Saturday, that's going to be the sale stuff, all of the sale stuff. Because this is such a big space and such a big event, Saturday afternoon, night, after like 5 o'clock on Saturday, I'm going to move some stuff around and put out the sale stuff. Maybe Saturday, Saturday, I'm gonna put out the sale stuff. I don't wanna have the sale stuff out on the first day, but I feel like Saturday, midday night, we're gonna put out the sale stuff. We're gonna move some stuff around. That way pack out's easy because I have to be packed out Saturday night. We end an hour early on Saturday. We end at 7 instead of 8 on Saturday. And we have to have all of this packed out. And so because I have a third table, we're bringing extra stuff. And we're a little concerned about getting it all to fit. We're a little concerned about getting it all to fit back in the car. My friend did say she was more than happy to help. But I just don't want to be packing out until 10 o'clock. Maybe we'll pack out a table early. I hate doing that. I hate packing up early, but this is just a lot of stuff. I don't know. We're gonna have to see how this one goes. There's a lot of stuff to be packing out here in the dark. That's the other issue. We'll be packing out in the dark. So I'm gonna put ice creams in this little one here. I'm gonna put, hi Ben, 2 crates here. We're gonna get rid of this box. So that is how this is looking so far. Then there's gonna be another spinner here. I just need to wipe it down first. It's a little dirty from being in the garage. And then this is what this table is looking like so far. And then we have this spinner. When it's not raining, I'll probably pull it forward. And the last table. Tablecloths are lifted up right now just because we're concerned about rain overnight. It is supposed to rain right now, and I don't want the rain to get sucked up, especially from the grass overnight, and then get onto the plushies. It's time. Let's go to a craft show. This is all the stuff that I need to take with me, and I need to grab protein bars, so I'm gonna do that now. Be a good day. We might as well open a new box. Chilies. I just gotta pack the car with all this shit. So much stuff. This was all last minute stuff I decided to take with me. And then we gotta drive there, and we gotta have the car off the grounds by 9:30 and be up and ready by 9:30. It'll be a good day. It's almost 9 now. We're good. Dropped my stuff off already. I just moved my car to vendor parking, and now I'm hiking my way back up the hill to get back to my spot to open by 10. I am so far behind this morning, it's not even funny. It's so bad. I'm never late, and I had the migraine from hell this morning. It still hurts. My head is freaking throbbing. So we're just gonna do the best that we can today, and that's gonna have to be enough. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great. I don't even know where the hell I am right now. I'm on the other side of that thing. To the other side of that thing, I'm in the tents all the way over there. On the other side of the tower. We're gonna get there. It's gonna be fine. Set up the ear warmer spinner. I have to wipe down the white spinner and put out the stuffies. I gotta take down all of the coverings that I put out last night, yesterday, whatever the hell it was. It's not that bad. So we're gonna get it all done. It's gonna be fine.
Yep. Hey.
It's now saying it's not supposed to rain until like way late, which is nice. I'd love it if the rain would hold out. Ooh, food trucks. Ooh, where we at? Little John's Masala Kitchen. Ooh, that sounds good. Babasa. Donuts. Oh, I can get used to this.
crochet everything.
I crochet everything.
Okay. Sweetheart, how much for that?
Each one is individually priced. Like that one's $45.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Very good.
Absolutely.
Right. I guess you just take cash.
Cash card?
Oh, you take card?
Absolutely. Apple Pay, yeah, anything.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. Swipe it, jingle it, tap it, anything. I just can't take children or pets. And I would take the pets, but my husband told me no.
That is cute. That is cute. Let me just take a little walk.
Absolutely. I'll be here.
Thank you, Steve.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right.
Bless you. Good morning.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
We work for the Dinosaur Museum.
Oh, amazing. I got Triceratops on that side.
And we also like
I had a pterodactyl, I sold it last week though.
Oh, yeah.
Paranoid right now that no matter where I'm standing, if I'm at this front, if I'm at that one, if I'm at that one, I have my back facing one of the sides at all time, which is a little nerve-wracking right now. And it's only me here today. And if I'm sitting in one of the chairs in the back, you're kind of hidden, which really isn't the best. You kind of want to be up in the front talking to people and being social and saying hi. So this is slightly nerve-inducing. I don't want people to steal my stuff, so. Alright, so the show's going good for a Thursday. I really can't complain for a Thursday at all. Kids are gonna get out of school soon, so I'm expecting it to get a little bit busier. It rained a little bit, but that's fine. We're kind of like pushed back a little bit, offset. That way we're really protected from the rain, which is awesome. Oh, we've got people coming back, hang on. Sean's art and all of his stuff is pointillism. Look at this. All of his work is all dots. It's absolutely stunning. Look at that. That's incredible. Every single little dot. I'm gonna get real close. That is insane. Amazing. This is my neighbor Sean. We're gonna keep checking back in with him as his progress grows on the elephant throughout the weekend.
Right on, right on.
Look at this. I don't believe it. Look at that tower. Oh my gosh. All of it is just itty bitty dots. Dots on a page. So now it is currently 5:42. I am starting to fade. I am so tired. I stayed up way too late last night crocheting. I'm just so exhausted. I have been asked for roosters. Don't have those. Cows. Small frogs that can hang from a rearview mirror. Like small cows. Don't have those. Hey guys, it's day 2 of my show. It is bloody freezing today. They closed the walls, but because I'm back set a little bit, you can still walk around the whole thing. But I don't know why anybody would come out in this weather. It's disgusting. It's so cold. It's miserable. It's horrible. It's awful. Disgusting. A friend of mine who's another vendor here promoted me on the radio, which was really, really cool. What? So that happened this morning. So that was really cool and really, really sweet of her. Thank you so much, The Fairy Potter. If you haven't checked out or you're interested in pottery at all, her work is absolutely beautiful. She's on Instagram. Her work is stunning, absolutely stunning. Her pottery is beautiful. I'm using one of my octopus as a tripod to hold you up. That's funny. So I think we are so slow and dead right now, and it's so cold and raining. I'm not thinking sales are gonna be great today. I've had one sale so far. That's it. Of course I say that and someone walks up to say hello. What have I bought so far today? I bought a birdhouse for my mother-in-law. Oh, I bought 2 mom bracelets. They're gorgeous. Maybe let's go take a trip to go see some other vendors. Do you want to go do that? Maybe we'll go do that because I'm freezing. We might go do that. Of course, every time I say let's go do something, there's people who walk in. That puppy. Hi there, guys. Hello, how are you guys doing? Good, thanks. Oh yeah. I think it's actually getting colder. The wind today kept blowing the wet tent into the stuffies. So I literally took these stakes that I had and staked it here. And then this one, I also put one on the outside there to hold it in place. Hoping and praying that it will keep it from the wind smacking it out. It looks like I just got the rides back up and running, so maybe we'll get some kids in here today. That'd be nice. It is so cold. It's so cold. So cold. Look at this setup. It's so pretty. This is the bracelet that I got for my mom and for my mother-in-law for Mother's Day. Isn't that just beautiful with the pearl? She's gonna love it. Avalon Day Jewelry. Rochelle, say hello.
Hello. And only do it right.
There are pearl rings. This is the Cleopatra ring set. And they're all available on her website. She's also got kids jewelry too, but y'all know how I feel about children. Say hello.
Hello, how are you?
Look at these little fairy houses. They are just so cute. She also has all of the lighthouses and monuments of Delaware. They're just absolutely glorious. I'm obsessed. Look at this. Look at how detailed all of these houses are. Look at the dragon. I can't get over it. You can find her at thefairypotter.com. I'll link it below. The Fairy Potter. Oh my god, look at how cute. Let's do a backup. Bloop.
Are you familiar with my work? No. Okay, well I'm Sue. I'm the Fairy Potter. They're all hand-built, one-of-a-kind stoneware fairy cottages. They go indoors or outdoors. It's fired twice at 2200 degrees. Is she about the basic designs on the layers and flowers? They all have a meaning and an intention based on traditional flower meanings. You get a card explaining the meaning of each piece. They all come with fairy lights. And today we are having a rainy day show special. Yay! Why? Because when you buy a cottage, you can pick out an ornament or a fairy accessory for free. So enjoy. If you have questions, let me know. Enjoy. Thank you.
All right, so I just got home. It is pouring and disgusting out. Can you see it? It's so gross. I left Ben at the show, so he is in charge. He'll be fine. I am home to make because I gotta make some things. I'm gonna make sea turtles. I've been making parts, so I'm gonna put them all together. I'm gonna make some pickles because I'm like out of pickles. I haven't been putting pickles out at events, and maybe I should be because I'm like out of pickles. What else am I gonna make? Maybe some seahorses and some axolotls, because I'm almost out of axolotls. I don't know. We're gonna make things that make me happy, because we've been having some stuff go down. I'll share by the end of this video about what's going on. I'm still processing, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I'm so angry. I'm so angry. I want to make a point to say how important it is to make friends with your vendors here at all events. If I had not made friends with some of the other vendors that are here, I would not have been keeping my cool through this event with some of the things that have been happening. It's been absolutely crazy, and it's really not cool. And 2 or 3 of the other vendors have really helped me to relax and handle this after the event, and that's not my first reaction normally, and it's not what I want to do either. It's really not. And the situation's not right, and it's not being handled properly, and that's not my first instinct, and I can't burn this bridge, and I know that I can't burn this bridge. So I'm not going to, but it's really been hard, and everybody in the tent knows what's going on, because I'm in a big tent with a bunch of other vendors, so everybody in my tent knows what's going on. And so every single one of them saw me crying the first day. Everybody saw how upset I was, and saw that on the first day I was ready to burn the world down, because I was so upset and so angry. And had I not had my other vendors backing me and being there for me, I don't know what I would have, it could have been bad. And I'm just so grateful that I've met these people, and they've been like, maybe you should do it this way. Maybe this is a different way you can handle it. Maybe you should do this instead. Maybe we'll do it this way. We'll do it this way. This is the email we can write. We can do it this way. This is how I would have done this. From people who have been doing this for 20, 30 years. And it made me feel a lot better. It made me feel heard. It made me feel seen, that my feelings are valid, that what was happening and what is happening is wrong and should not be happening, but that no matter what I did in the situation, it's not going to change right now. And I know that. And as unfortunate as it is, it's not going to change. And the only thing that will be done is a change after the fact. So I know a lot of that doesn't make sense right now. I'm just really not ready to talk about it yet. I will, probably by the end of this video. But these vendors that I've met here, God bless them, because literally I was on Thursday night, I was just with my friend crying because I was so upset. So you never know who you're going to meet at these events, and some of them really could change the event for you. And every single vendor in this event, in this tent, I think there's like 10 of them, have had my back full-heartedly through this, and I am forever grateful for these people. And honestly, on Thursday night, I was ready to pack up and go home. That's how upset I was. And on Thursday night, if it wasn't for these people, I may have. Are you ready to see what the elephant looks like? Look at this elephant. Sean, tell me about the elephant.
So this is a African elefante, oil dots, oil marker dots on canvas. Yep. So it's bright, popping, lots of color, and it flows.
So this was your sketch. This was your
color study to figure out exactly the kind of colors that I wanted, how I wanted to do it. So it all
blended and makes sense. That's amazing. And this was what we came up with.
And this is what we came up with.
Wow.
Applied that thought process.
3 days, guys. Incredible.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to our video. We're going to be doing a recap from the market we had this past weekend. Please make sure you stay to the end of the video. We have some very interesting drama to share that happened, as well as a couple funny moments. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.
Recap. 3-day show. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Saturday was the best day out of the 3. It was my single best day event we have ever had out of any market ever. It was
by a decent margin.
Incredible. So great. We did a reverse use setup so that way people could walk all the way around. On Saturday, some of my vendor friends told me to pull all the way out of the tent, which was, it was surprising. I did not think that we were going to be able to pull out that far, and it made a huge difference. We were like almost outside of the big tent too.
We pulled out so far that I thought we were going to get in trouble for pulling out that far.
And the coordinator loved it.
Yeah, the event coordinator came through and she's like, oh my gosh, I love what you guys did with this setup.
She loved it. And I went to other friends who are coordinators for other events, and she told me, she came over and she's like, you're going to put this here and you're going to put this all the way out there. And I was like, are you sure that that's going to be okay? Because I don't like breaking the rules. I'm very much against going outside of my little box. I don't break the rules. She's like, you're doing this now. I was like, okay, got it, done.
She was very forceful in how she told us we were setting up.
She's like, you're doing this now. I was like, yes, I am. You got it. But after a rainy Thursday and Friday, I was ready to do anything because Thursday and Friday were miserable. I mean, Thursday was fine, but Friday was miserable. So I was ready to do anything that I was told on Saturday.
Friday was
bad. But Saturday was fantastic.
So now for the drama.
Thursday night is when the drama happened.
So Thursday, I went to work, and then I went to class, and I went to the show after class.
You got there around 6 o'clock.
Yep, got there around 6 o'clock, and the show was going to end at 8. So I wasn't even there for like 20 minutes, maybe a half hour. And a customer came up as I was standing at the booth, and Sarah was talking with one of her friends. And this guy goes, oh my gosh, I wish I had seen your stuff before I saw the other 2 crocheters and got stuff from them. And we were like,
Other 2
crocheters?
I'm sorry, what?
Because we knew that there was one other crocheter. She was on the website. We had gone and we had seen her stuff. We had spoken with the coordinator about her. The coordinator had said that the other girl had smaller stuff and we had some much bigger stuff.
And we were specifically put at opposite ends of the event for that reason.
Right.
Which I appreciate. That's a great coordinator. You've got 2 people with the exact same stuff. One is here, one is all the way over there. Yeah. That's fine. And I'm okay with there being 2 of the same stuffy vendors at an event. The competition at events right now is insane. Expecting to be the only crocheter at an event is not realistic anymore.
Right. And honestly, for much bigger shows, it's even okay to have 3 or maybe even 4 crochet vendors. It's not great, but when you have shows that have well over 100 tables or 100 booths, that could be fine. But with this show, there was maybe 80 vendors max. Not even. Max.
But I've done shows where there were 5 crocheters and I still made my money. And we've done great. This show, there were not enough. It looked like, the videos make it look like it was a really, really big event. There were maybe 10 vendors per tent for the big tents.
Yeah, I think there was exactly
10
vendors.
3 big tents?
Yeah, 3 big tents.
And then you had
1 smaller tent and then a bunch of individual tents.
You had the individual tents, but that's like Anderson Windows and your exhibitors who are those types of people.
Right.
So for crafters, that's a lot.
So this guy came up and said there were 2 other crocheters. And I saw that he had 2 bags. And I was like, oh, where was this other crocheter? And he's like, oh, right over there by the lights in the tent next to us. And as soon as I looked over and saw those lights, I knew exactly who those lights belonged to. There is a lady. We call her Soap Lady.
The Soap Lady. She has a very bad reputation in this general area for paying for a booth and splitting the booth. She will be the only one on the application, and she'll split the booth fee with another vendor friend, not put them on the application, and not even say that they're coming. So then you don't know, and she makes me so mad. She makes me so mad. She applies a soap. Her company and her business is soap. Now all of a sudden she's selling these stupid lights. They're plastic lights that you put together. That's not a craft.
They're literally Like, she buys them from, like, Alibaba or Temu, or, like, she buys them from online. She doesn't make any of it.
They're like,
all she does is fit the pieces together at the show around the light bulb.
If she were to apply as the lights for these handmade markets, she wouldn't get in, and she knows that. And she has said that to me because I thought we were friends. I've been friends with her. I've gone to events just to visit her.
Yeah.
I know this woman. It's
but she does
mind-numbing, but this is her. She has this reputation for doing this. She's been kicked out of events for doing this.
Yeah. So this event does cost a little bit more than other events in our area. So I could understand why some vendors may want to split a booth with someone else. But when you do that, you get permission to do it first.
No. This event, they had smaller spaces available. This is we had an 11 by 13 space. There were 10 by 10s, and there were 8 by 10s available. And it's for a charity. It's a charity event. You're raising money for the children. You're literally cheating the charity. Yes. So for this, no. And you get permission to do that. This is another instance where you had to have insurance. You had to submit your insurance. You had to put this event onto your insurance. You had to have a city business license.
Yep.
Did the other vendor do any of those things?
Probably
doubt
not.
it.
Doubt it.
I doubt it. So now she's selling her soap, she's selling these lights that are IKEA lights or Alibaba lights or whatever, and she's splitting half of her booth with another third crocheter. And I also know that crocheter because I've seen her stuff at other events in the area. Which, again, I don't have a problem with that. It's just apply.
Right.
I was curated to be there. This other crocheter was curated to be here. So not only are you messing with my sales, you're also messing with this other crocheter sales.
So, as soon as we saw that, and we saw who she was splitting the booth with, Sarah went and spoke to the event coordinator, who is a very lovely woman. She is so incredibly sweet.
Lovely.
I am 99% sure that she does not have a conflict bone in her body.
And also, like, this event was run better than any other event. They had volunteers who were coming to watch people's booths so they could go to the bathroom.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever been to an event where they did some school events. The kids would do that, but never has it been run by a big event where they had volunteers coming to watch people's booths, like on the hour, to make sure we were fed when it was raining and cold, to make sure we were okay so we could go get soup or hot chocolate, or like making sure we were fine the entire event.
Yeah.
It was
this event
amazing.
This event is
absolutely
a very
amazing,
well-known big event in our area. And like, we went and we scoped it out last year to see if it was an event that we wanted to do. We wanted to see if there were other crocheters there. And last year there's no other crocheters, which we don't mind if there's other crocheters there. You know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. I wanted to make sure that it was an event that I wanted to do.
Right. And after seeing the event and speaking with a bunch of people
that were there
and that know the area, it was absolutely an event that we wanted to do.
Seeing my other vendor friends that were there, and all of them were like, "Sarah, you got to do it next year. Sarah, you got to get in next year. Sarah, you're going to love this place. Like, it's so well run. It's so, like, they're so great."
Yeah.
That how this all ended up playing out was surprising to me, and not the best.
So Sarah went over to speak with the event coordinator. Mm-hmm. You want to tell him?
And I told her, and she was surprised, but she said that they had paid in 2 separate payments. And it explicitly says in our contract, it was Article 6 of the contract, if you're wondering, that we couldn't do that. We could not split a booth, and that we would not split a booth unless we had prior written consent from the show. So they were actively breaking the contract. And it was also becoming a liability for those people because if anything happened, Soap Lady's not going to take responsibility for this other person's stuff. If a shelf falls on a child from the crochet vendor, she's not going to take responsibility for it because she's anyway.
So the event coordinator basically told her, I didn't know that they were going to be here, but it was kind of weird. They paid in 2 separate payments. But there's nothing I can do. I'll make sure this doesn't happen again next year. But that's a big problem because this vendor has no right to be there. Literally, the contract gives us the right to set up our booth in that area and sell our concessionaires, as the contract stated, guarantee you she didn't go and get a business license for the city we were in, because the market asked us if we had one, and if we didn't, the market got it for us. Yep. So after that, we were kind of dumbfounded. And so we were inside our booth and we were talking with our other friend. And as we're talking with our other friend, Sarah sees the crocheter start walking from the other tent towards us, because we are not even 50 feet away.
And I know who she is.
Right.
I don't think she knew who I was, like would recognize me if we were walking down the street. I know exactly who she is. I've seen her at other events. I know who she is. I know what her name is. I don't think she has any idea what my name is, who I am, whatever. Right. I know both of these people by name. I don't think she knows me from... Right. If she saw me at our favorite restaurant, she would have no idea who I am. I know exactly who she was, and I knew her stupid pink jacket.
Yeah. But so she started walking towards us, and Sarah said, oh, she's coming this way. Maybe she's going to talk to us. And
no, not even that. I was like, shit's about to go down. She's about to come over here and say something, because I literally said to the coordinator, I was like, I want her shut down. Right. And the coordinator's like, I'll go say something, but I'm not going to shut her down. So I know that the coordinator had gone over and said something, but wasn't going to shut them down.
So we see her coming towards us, and then she rounds the corner of another booth, and she stops there, and I see her pull out her phone, and then, you know, start tapping on her phone, and then put her phone to her ear towards us, and like walk past us. Just literally puts it like this with us over there and points it directly at us. And I turn to Sarah and I'm like, I'm pretty sure she's recording us. And then she walks past us. Then she turns around, flips her phone to her other side, walks past us again, making sure the camera was pointed directly at us.
And walks this way. So she's walking and the camera is pointing at us the entire time, and flips it and walks back.
Yep. So I knew, like, just seeing that, I was like, there's no reason for her to be doing this. She's doing this in a sneaky way. The only reason to be doing something in a sneaky way is if you're trying to do something shady. So I said, Sarah, I'll be right back. And I ducked out the back of our booth and I went around the side of both tents. So I went behind our tent, the big one. Then I went into her big tent, which had like 10 different vendors in it, from a different door. And I walked up to her booth, and she's sitting in her booth. Well, sorry, not sitting. She was standing facing the inside of her booth, just inside from the aisle, with her phone like this. And I see her going like this. And she was shorter than me, like not as short as Sarah, but I'm 6'1", so I could see over her shoulder very easily. And I look over and I could literally see her watching back the video that she had taken of us. Like, I saw Sarah's face, I saw my face, I saw our friend's face. I was like, there is no doubt that she was just recording us for no reason.
She's real lucky we were in public, because Delaware is a 2-party consent state for recording, and so we're lucky we were in public.
I went to the event coordinator and I said, excuse me, I know you already spoke to my wife, but something just happened and I need to talk to you now. We just watched her come over and try to sneakily record us on video. And then she went back to her booth, and I walked over there and I confirmed by seeing the video myself that she just recorded us for no reason. And she's sitting there trying to zoom in on stuff. I don't know if she's trying to steal patterns or, like, figure out our set. Like, I don't know what she's trying to do, but there's no reason to try to stealthily record someone else unless you have shady intent.
Which, by the way, you want any of my patterns? They're all available for purchase on crochetvision.com. If you want any of my setup information, you can get them on my Amazon storefront. They're all linked in my bio.
Or watching our recap videos where we talk about, hey, this is how we set up this time. This is how we set up last time. This worked, this didn't.
I'd be more than happy to share that information with you.
Yeah, even just coming and talking to us. So that was the first day.
The other crocheter, I spoke to the other crocheter for a while. I was like, oh my God, I love this. This is this person's pattern and this one's pattern. And I'm like, I know all this, like, and we just talked for like, there's there's no reason to do this. There's no reason to be sneaky and rude and nasty. Like, I've gone up to her in other events and like complimented her work and spoken to her and had nice conversations. There's no reason she couldn't have just spoken to me.
Yeah, it was frustrating as all heck because...
And the other person she's sharing a booth with also has a bad reputation of being nasty.
Yes.
So she has liked me in the past, but once I knew that we now had a conflict, I was not about to engage.
Right.
Because we're not playing that game.
Yeah. So
at
that point, we knew that there was someone there who I don't want to say was stealing sales from us, because obviously there's no way to know for sure if they were going to buy stuff from us or if they were just going to buy stuff from her or whatever else. But we knew that there was someone there selling the same sort of things as us that did not have the right to be there, that had also sneakily recorded us, and we knew that the event coordinator was not going to remove them.
Regardless of calling it stealing or whatnot, had those people not bought from her, they would have probably bought from the other crocheter or from me.
Right.
So it was not necessarily stealing. It was hurting the other crocheter and or me.
Right.
That's the end all be all. All day Saturday, we were hearing "oh" from kids who had an axolotl in their hand that then saw my stuff and was upset, or had bought something and mom was like, "Told you only had one thing that you could get," and they had I could see her cow bags. She had little paper bags with cows on them. I knew exactly where they came from. They were her bags. Yeah. And all day long, people were genuinely upset all day that they had already bought something from someone else.
But so, by the end of Saturday, we had heard it probably like 30 plus times.
30, 50 times.
I wish I had seen your stuff before I bought this. Or a kid would say, "Oh, I like this thing because you have elephants," and she didn't have elephants. Or we had this color pig, or whatever. I wish I had seen yours before I had gotten this. At least 30 times. So there's no way to know for sure who they would have bought from at the end of the day, whether it would have been us, the second vendor who was supposed to be there, or if they, even if they would have just bought from her, even though they were saying they wish they had seen our stuff first. There's no way to know for sure.
Maybe they'd have bought jewelry instead. Maybe they'd have bought something else.
But between 30 people, 30 or more people saying that, even with our lowest priced item being $15, like, that's, we estimate we probably missed out on like $800 of sales between like us and the other crocheter, that this third person who wasn't supposed to be at the event at all.
Easy.
Because that
between
also
the
doesn't,
3 days.
Right. And that also doesn't count the people that just didn't say anything. That bought something from her and just didn't say anything, just kept walking. They saw, "Oh, it's another crochet vendor. I already got something," and they just kept walking.
Or the amount of people who also said, "Oh, there were none here last year and there's 3 this year."
Right.
Heard that a lot too.
Yep. So that was the drama that we had, and we were very not happy. And
I didn't end up, had this not been this event, had this been an event that I didn't want to go back to, had I wanted nothing to do with anymore because of the way they handled, like, had it not been such a well-run event and just so lovely, like, I love the coordinator, she's great.
And it was so convenient.
It was so convenient. I'd have burned the bridge.
Yeah.
I'd have burned the bridge. You guys know me. I am sassy. I'm from New York. I don't normally put up with it.
Thankfully, there were a number of other vendors there.
A number of them
had like
a bunch of
decades
of
experience with markets,
who were
were able to calm her down and understand where she was coming from and really like help her see that it was not the time to try to burn a bridge, yell, scream, walk up one side of someone and down the other side.
It wasn't the time to get what I want.
Right.
That there are other ways to go about it. And I'm still kind of like taking my time in formulating how I'm going to go about it. Because even though, Saturday was like my best day, single day that I've ever had for my business,
it could have been better, and it should have been better, and it would have been better had that person not been there. And same thing with the other crocheter, and I'm gonna reach out to her too and see if there's something she wants to do as well, because it was not fair and it was not right the way that it was handled.
So now on a lighter note, the funny things that we had happen to us. On Saturday, I had these 2 young girls walk up to us, and they both had turtles. And the first girl comes up to me and she's like, I want this. I'm like, okay, it's, you know, X amount. And she says, I'm going to name it Danny DeVito. And I'm like, all right, a turtle named Danny DeVito. I love it. And so her friend walks up and I'm like, oh, what are you going to name your turtle? And she goes, I'm going to name it Donatello, like the Ninja Turtle. Except Donatello, except Donatello. I laughed so hard. And I also had this young girl on Friday, the rainy day, when Sarah wasn't there. She came up with her mom, and we had the a reverse U set up, and I was sitting in the middle. Her mom was on one side of the table, and the daughter went to the other side where we have the cactuses. And there's a sign there that says, makes a perfect end-of-year gift, or something like that.
End-of-year teacher gift.
End-of-year teacher gift, yeah. And this girl turns to her mom and says, oh, Mom, gotta get this cactus. It'll make a perfect end-of-year gift for... And then she says some person's name. I'm assuming it was a teacher. And the mom says, oh, does she like cactuses? And the girl's like, well, no. And the mom's like, oh, well, does she like the color green? And the girl goes, I don't know. And she's like, well, then why are we going to get that for her? And the girl goes, because the sign says it makes a perfect end-of-year gift. I laughed so hard. The mom laughed so hard. The girl was just like, what did I say?
I know.
So that was definitely the highlights.
The top 2
for
things.
Me. For funny things, at least. We always have kids say the craziest things. Between, it's not a stuffy, it's a soft sculpture. Oh, or, oh, what was that? Oh, that was from that other show.
I had a girl get her mom with the duck lips. She needed the duck because of the duck lips. The beak.
Mm-hmm.
The big duck.
Right.
Because it had duck lips.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yep.
Just a duck face.
Duck face, duck lips.
But those are the funny things that happened to us as well. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for staying with us.
Thank you for staying with us. If you were stuck in my drama situation, what would you have done? Tell me below. Yeah. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one.
And if we saw you at the market, please tell us what you bought.
Bye, guys.
Have a good one.